What is it?
It's your father's lightsaber. This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight. Not as clumsy or random as a blaster. An elegant weapon for a more civilized age.
Star Wars is full of space battles, speeder bike chases, blaster shootouts, AT-AT attacks, and so much more. Still, it's the lightsaber duel that is the signature action scene of that saga set a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. But what is the greatest lightsaber battle in the Star Wars movies, and what's the worst? That's right, it's time to rank the lightsaber duels. In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, we say this fight blows. This is the low point of duels, from the way Mace Windu's Jedi buds all go out like punks, to the unconvincing staging and lightsaber moves, and right on up to the confusing reverse force lightning face melting stuff. Cool shattered window effect though. The idea of a non-Jedi cyborg capable of wielding 4 lightsabers is pretty cool, yes, but what's with Obi-Wan and that pointy finger thing he keeps doing there? And unfortunately, despite the promised threat of General Grievous, the actual lightsaber portion of this fight ends pretty quickly so that the General can hop on his big wheel and flee the scene.
So uncivilized. Chancellor Palpatine, Sith Lords are our speciality.
That may be true, Obi-Wan, but it doesn't explain the CGI puppet feel that permeates this scene. Still, it is effective seeing Anakin creep closer to the dark side with his execution of Count Dooku. While this clash of Force Titans starts off with a pratfall straight out of a Three Stooges short, it very quickly becomes a memorable battle between good and evil that, for some reason, winds up culminating in the vast Senate chamber, which is convenient when you need to force throw large objects at each other. But really, any Yoda duel is hard to resist. Plus, this is the one the wrinkled little sage actually loses.
Failed, I have.
The original lightsaber duel, Obi-Wan versus Vader, may be more of a slow dance between two aging warriors, but it hints at the deep past between the two characters, and Obi-Wan's final sacrifice to save Luke and his friends still resonates. For those of us who saw A New Hope before any other Star Wars film, those moments are even more powerful than you can possibly imagine. Not only do you have Christopher Lee classing up the joint in this 4-way duel from Attack of the Clones, but it's also the first time Yoda brandished a lightsaber and showed off his crazy acrobatic moves. Plus, Anakin's use of 2 sabers at once, and the unique approach of filming Anakin and Dooku in close-up during their fight elevates this scene even further. This was the big one, the duel Star Wars fans were waiting for ever since A New Hope, that fateful fight on a mysterious lava planet that would turn best friends into mortal enemies. The end result is pretty great, if perhaps hampered by the prequel trilogy's reliance on CGI stunts, and despite knowing how it's all going to end, it's still heartbreaking to see Anakin lose himself in the fire of hatred and fear that is the dark side. The first big lightsaber fight of the prequel era, Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon versus Darth Maul, brought the concept of the Star Wars duel to a whole new level. Accompanied by John Williams' unforgettable Duel of the Fates theme, this clash featured the scary Maul and his double-bladed saber, unlikely but so cool moments of meditation for Qui-Gon, and Obi-Wan's raw emotion at seeing his master struck down, a fate, in fact, that predicted the young Padawan's own. Much of the strength of the final confrontation between Luke Skywalker and his father comes from the fact that it represents the culmination of the entire original trilogy. But it's also a pretty great fight in and of itself, with Vader throwing his lightsaber around, the Emperor busting out Force lightning for the first time, and Luke taking a page from his dear old dad's book and going medieval on his opponent. Though, unlike Anakin, Luke is able to pull himself back from the edge.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Luke and Vader's duel in the bowels of Cloud City is a triumph of style, stunts, and emotional wallop. Not only does Luke finally face off against the hated Sith Lord and get his chance to really demonstrate some Jedi lightsaber skills, but the duel culminates with one of the most iconic revelations in movie history.
No, I am your father.